All right, we want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, so we're back with another lesson. And, we just got to bring this out. Warn the brothers and sisters if you guys are not in the know. Amos 8 and verse 11 is knocking on the door, okay? And as we know, nothing ever starts here, okay? Everything always gets tested, in other countries, okay? And what we have now is Canada passing a bill called C9, all right, that, outlaws, all right, religious freedom of speech, okay? And we're going to get in depth because it's going to show you, all right, that this is not going after Christianity, okay? This is not going after Catholics, all right? This is going after you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? Going after you guys that are out there bringing out this truth, okay? And they're going to call it hate speech, okay? This is what they're calling it, all right? This is what they're attacking, right? The truth, okay? Because this is their last stance, right? And that's why these are prophecies, right? That must come to pass, okay? And we must be aware of the times that we're in, okay? For all you people that come across this word, and I'm not speaking to you brothers and sisters that are seeking the Lord faithfully in truth and sincerity. I'm speaking to those that come across, these digital epistles from the elders, the apostles, down to the foot soldiers, man. Okay, you come across these digital epistles, you might get on the comment board and talk shit. You might just skip past it. All right, yeah, whatever. Okay, this is gonna determine, all right, which way you're gonna go in these times that are coming. All right. You're not going to be able to find this, truth once it gets outlawed, once the persecution comes, all right? There's going to be a time where the store is going to be closed. You're not going to be able to find the oil to trim your lamp, okay? And that oil is this truth, okay? A lot of bullshit is coming, and the scripture says that knowledge shall be the stability of the time, all right? And whether you believe us or not, hey, that's on you. You're going to either get marked, right, for destruction, or you're going to get that tawah, that mark of exemption, all right? There's no gray areas in between, okay? So we're going to get into this article real quick and get a few scriptures, but mainly, we got to report these things, okay? Because people are not going to have the excuse to say, I didn't know. Because the biggest excuse we hear all the time is what? We always hear, I'm going to get right when it's my time. You see, you want to do things on your time, all right? Well, we're going to see, right, how long that's going to last when the calamities come, all right? And you got no answers. You don't got the name, you don't got this truth, and you don't got no direction, all right? So we're going to look at this article real quick from the Canadian Constitution Foundation, all right? And this was on June 5th, okay? So where are we at right now? We're in June 23. So this is about 2.5 weeks out, okay? And it says, Bill C9 has passed. Here's what you need to know, okay? So it says, Bill C9 is the Combatant Hate Act. The bill is the liberal government's response to a rise in hatred. The bill has raised concerns about its impact on civil liberties and religious speech. Okay, so there you go. All right, this is what the bill is about, to combat religious hate speech. And it's funny because, you had the KKK, all right, burning crosses, okay? They never said nothing to them, right? You had the Inquisition from the beginning, all right? You had them, all right, forcing white Jesus on you or killing you with the sword, all right? But now when the truth comes out, it's hate, all right? And that's the hypocrisy of the so-called white man, all right? That's why The scripture says, right, that the wicked reign only but for a moment. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, that's why these people must be cut off. You know, all the hypocrisy, and they think that they're, you know, so benevolent and so above everybody. Okay, like nobody's gonna notice what they're doing. Well, this is the season of them being revealed, right? So it says hundreds of thousands of Canadians have written to parliamentarians to oppose the bill. This guide is for anyone concerned about Bill C9. It is legal information. It is not legal advice, right? So we're gonna come down, right? And we're gonna is it this one? Salakia, give me a. All right, so it got to be this one right here. Okay, so how will Bill C9 affect religious expression? Right, now check this out. Okay, because this is how you know. This is talking about, you know, those of the circumcision. Okay, you Hebrew Israelites that are out there teaching. All right, it says Bill C9 has removed the good faith religious expression defense from convictions for criminal hate speech. All right, it says it is illegal under Section 319 of the Criminal Code to publicly, listen to this, to publicly incite hatred by communicating statements in any public place that incites hatred against any identifiable group where such incitement is likely to lead to a breach of the peace. Okay, now, when you think about who is out there bringing out this truth, talking about the JOOs, exposing the JOOs, exposing Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The Christian church ain't doing that. The Christian church is teaching peace and love, salvation for everybody. You see that? Mm-hmm. The little rabbit right there. Well, that's a hare or something like that. Yeah. But, you know, these religions are welcoming everybody, okay? The Catholic religions, universal, all right? You know, whatever you want to call it, the Presbyterians, what are Pentecostals, okay? Seventh-day Adventists, they all come with that love doctrine, okay? Who are the only ones that are telling you, all right, that God, the one you call God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, does not love everybody, okay? It's you Hebrew Israelites, man. It's us bringing out this truth, all right? And we back it up, all right, with the scriptures. So that's why they have to outlaw the scriptures. They have to ban the Bible, right? In order to try to shut us up, right? You see? So, I'm going to read a little bit more and then get into some scriptures. It says, it is also illegal under Section 319.2 of the Criminal Code to communicate statements other than in private conversation. You see? So, other than in private conversation, so you can't be out there, all right, bringing out what you believe, all right, or bringing out what's in the scriptures, because it's not what we believe it, all right, but we believe to know and know that it's true, okay? It says, other than in private conversation that willfully promotes hatred against any identifiable group, and under 319.2.1 to willfully promote, here it is, anti-Semitism. What's that? Exposing these phonies, man. Exposing these phonies. So here it is. We can't bring out Luke 21 and 24. It points fingers at them. We can't bring out Ezekiel 36, right? It points to them, all right? And many more scriptures, all right? You see, so they want to attack the truth, okay? These people are striving against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why the scripture says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see? This place is in complete darkness and the light is going forth, and they're trying to cut that, right? They're trying to cut that communication. So again, to willfully promote anti-Semitism, all right, which they're not even Shemitic. They are from Shem, okay? But they're from the seed of Esau, okay? They're not from the seed of Jacob, okay? It says, by communicating statements other than in private conversation, condoning, denying, or downplaying the Holocaust. Man, if I could freely speak on that bullshit, right? But we're gonna keep it cool, right? But you see where this is going, right? Because Christianity ain't doing that. The Catholics ain't doing that, all right? Unless they're talking about the Muslims, and the Muslims ain't out there doing shit, right? The Muslims are a branch of the Catholic Church. You see? So who are they talking about? They're talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out there bringing out this truth, all right? And that's how we know Amos 8, verse 11 is knocking at the door, all right? So we're going to get some scriptures now, right? And it's beautiful that we're in this time, okay? Because that just means that the Lord is ready to close this up, right? And then let the madness begin, okay? Just one step closer to salvation, right? Unbeknownst to them. So let them make their move. Because the Lord got a counter move for everything, right? The elect is going to be, directed through this whole thing, okay? So let's go to the book of Amos, right? Let's get that. Let's start off with Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11.
There's the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread,
Go ahead.
nor a thirst for water.
You see that? So there is, don't get it confused, as the brother always says, the brother Bayan, right? There is going to be a famine of food, okay? You're going to go through these things, all right? But what type of famine is this?
But of hearing the words of the Lord.
Right. But of hearing the words of the Lord, okay? And what are the words of the Lord? They're right here in the scriptures. You're not going to find it in the church. You're not going to find it in a Catholic church or a Christian church. You're not going to find it, right? Because all that is built to do is keep you away from the Lord, to keep you away from the truth. And this is why they're attacking the truth. This is why they're saying you got to do this in private and not publicly, right? Because the fishermen are out there, the ones that the Lord sent. You see? You are fishing for the elect. But when that persecution comes, when the famine of the word comes, that means that the elect is already sealed. All right?
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
You see that? So all you people passing by the camp, all right, oh, I don't got time for this, or, I don't believe in the Bible. And when we talking to you, Jake, we don't give a damn about the other nations. The other nations, this isn't for the other nations. We talking to you, Jake, right? You reject the names of the Lord. You want to keep praising sweet Jesus. We don't know what he looks like, okay? But you had no problem accepting the white man. All right? You're going to be, when you see that the so-called white man is your enemy, right? Esau, Edom. And when you see him come upon you, all right, you're going to be desperately looking for the prophets that the Lord sent out, okay? And guess what? You're not going to be able to find them, okay? You're not going to be able to find them, okay? This is why the scripture says what? All right, let's get it. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 55 and verse 6.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Okay?
Call ye upon him while he is near.
While he is near. Okay? And how you going to do that? How you going to find the Lord? The Lord set up men to bring forth this message, just like Yahweh Shai when he sent the 12 disciples, okay, to preach this word into the end of the earth. Okay? It's the same thing. The Lord is doing this because guess what? The end is coming. The end of what? The end of this eon. The end of Esau's reign. Okay? And it's going to come with calamities. It's going to come with woes or wars, civil war, famine. Okay? And the only protection you got is the Lord. So the Lord said to seek ye the Lord while he may be found. This is how you're going to find him. You're not going to find him in the church, okay? Cesar Borgia is dead, or he might be here. He might be back, okay, to face his judgment, right? He might be one of the first fruits of slavery, okay? But what we're saying is that the image you're worshiping, that man's gone, okay? He can't do shit for you. That name cannot do shit for you, okay? You have been our people have been worshiping Christianity, right, for hundreds of years, and look around you what it has done for them, okay? If Christianity was the truth, how come the end has not come, right? Look around you. You look around, our people is done. As young as 13, 14 years old, man, doing drugs out there, okay? I've seen women and men come out of jail talking about, I'm in church now, I'm a Christian. You know, I gave my life to Jesus. 2 weeks later, they're smoking crack again, right? Or in the club, right? Or selling drugs or doing whatever, okay? Because Christianity is not the way, it's not the truth. It allows you to do whatever you want. It allows you to it allows you to stay away from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that's why you got to seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Okay?
Let the wicked forsake his way.
Let the wicked forsake his way. Right? This is what we out here telling you. We're warning you. Okay? And you're not going to be able to find the Lord once this famine of the word comes. Okay? So you got to change your ways. All right? Because when the Lord comes to visit this world, all right, when the Lord comes to visit this place, it's not going to be for peace, hugs, and harmony, man. All right?
And the righteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord.
Let him return unto the Lord. And how you going to do that? Okay? By finding this truth. All right?
And he will have mercy upon him into our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
You see that? So the Lord he's having us blow the trumpet, right? To show Jacob what? Their transgressions, man. All right? Showing them that they've been going off. This is why you're still in that position that you're in. All right? This is why the white man got his foot on your neck. All right? That's why the scripture says that they shall no longer stay upon him that smote him. Okay? Because we're not leaning upon Esau no more, right? We've separated ourselves from this wicked society. Okay, now do we go off from time to time? Of course, we're in this flesh, you know, but at the end of the day, all right, we have cleansed ourselves, right? We have done a 180, okay, and we're no longer the people that we were, right, before we were called into this truth, the water Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the Lord is calling you to do the same thing, but we understand that 2/3 are not going to hearken unto the words of the Lord, all right, and when that famine comes, okay, guess what? You're going to be in deep shit with no protection. All right? The same man you put your faith in, the white man, is going to be the same man hunting you down. All right? So let's go to the book of Psalms. All right? Chapter 37 and verse 14.
There's the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation.
You see that? The wicked, man. That's Esau, man. Okay? They have drawn out the sword. All right? And one of their swords, okay, is their legislation. Believe it or not. That's one of their weapons. Okay? And guess what? That persecution is coming, man, to slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's this truth. Okay? What they see is how it says they see evil as good and good as evil. Okay, so us by telling you the truth, us by telling you that these people are frauds, they don't belong there, these are the wicked. Okay, now they're trying to demonize us. Okay, and for all those, you know, that are going to be out there, you guys are already marked. Yeah, you know, they got a list on us. It's going to be a persecution. Okay, that's why the scripture says, then shall my chosen be known, right? You see? Because they're going to come after us. All right? But the difference is the Lord is going to protect us. Okay? We have faith that the Lord is going to make a way. All right? For his elect. Lord willing, we're part of that number. All right? But you people are not going to get that protection. You people are going to be dry. No oil. Lamps shut off. okay, with nowhere to go, right? But to keep looking back at Babylon, all right, and be destroyed, all right, like Lot's wife. You see? Now, let's go to Proverbs. Let's close out with Proverbs 1. Let's start at verse 20.
There's a book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
You see that? And that's us. That's why they don't want you out there in the streets, man. Because we're bringing out that wisdom. The Lord sent us out with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right, to spread it forth and wake the people up, okay? Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying.
You see that? That's why they saying what? They don't want you doing this shit publicly no more, man. Okay? This is us right here. But what are you, Jake, doing?
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
You see that? You people are fools. You hate knowledge. Okay? You want to scorn. Okay? You love simplicity. You love being in Babylon. You love, all the simple shit that it comes with. Partying, right? Adultery, drug selling, okay? Drug abuse. All types of shit. Being a mo, okay? Go ahead.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Go ahead.
Because I have called, and ye refuse.
Because I have called, and ye refused, man. And remember, you ain't gonna be able to pick up the phone anymore because that phone call's gonna stop. All right? That phone call's gonna stop, and you're not gonna be able to pick up the line and talk. Right? You're not gonna be able to hear the message. Okay?
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
Right?
But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
You see that? You ain't want to hear it. You Jake a stiff neck. Okay? You don't want to turn back to the Lord.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
He will laugh at your calamity. You see? He gonna laugh at your calamity. You're gonna be, oh, please, Jesus. Oh, God. Please, God. Right? Hail Mary. All types of bullshit. Right? And the Lord gonna laugh at you. We gonna laugh at you. The Lord gonna have us laughing at you. The Lord gonna laugh at you through the prophets. Ha, ha, ha. I told you so. Oh, so what should we do? Shut your ass up and go that way. Get the fuck away from me. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? We don't want to deal with you. When we wanted to deal with you, when the doors of mercy were open unto you, all right, you rejected it, okay? When everything was cool, when you was able to walk down the street with your Jordans on, right? When your woman was able to walk down the street with your ass cheeks hanging out and your fucking eyelashes pressed on and and you were able to go party and jump on from man to man, okay? You wasn't trying to hear it, all right? But now that Esau done took away your goods. Okay, now you gotta choose, all right, for the mark, okay, or for food. They're scarce. Everything went to shit. All right, now you're gonna wanna come to us, fuck away from us. All right, we're gonna laugh at you.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
There it is.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me.
Then shall they call upon me, okay? Then you're going to call upon the Lord, right? With the wrong names, okay? And no faith. Because at the end of the day, them churches weren't preparing you for the battle, right?
But I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
You see that? You ain't gonna. Hey, you're gonna be out there in the streets looking for us, right? And all you're gonna find is like them Texas movies when the tornadoes coming, and all you see is the little ball of hay going through. Nobody's around. That's what you're gonna find, man. A bag of Dorito chips floating in the wind, right? Go ahead.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
You see that? You did not choose the fear of the Lord, okay?
They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof.
That's right.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices.
You see that? So guess what? You don't want to listen, okay? These things are going to come upon you. Amos 8 and verse 11 is knocking at the door. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, because if not, all right, the prophets are going to laugh at you. You're not gonna get answers. The Lord said he will cleave our tongue to our roof, to the roof of our mouth. Meaning what? We're not going to tell you shit. Right? The Lord is going to put a cold spirit on the prophets to not tell you a goddamn thing because you did not want to listen when the doors of mercy were open to you, man. All right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're gonna give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
Abba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.